Hello everyone, my name is Shivam Kumar and welcome back to my YouTube channel Salesforce Scenarios. So the today's topic we have to cover is Translation Workbench. So Translation Workbench is a very powerful functionality in Salesforce. With the help of Translation Workbench, we can translate fields, custom labels, record types and some more things. Let's get started. So first question came in your mind is that what is Translation Workbench in Salesforce? Translation Workbench is used to maintain translated values for metadata, data labels in your Salesforce organization, specific languages for translation and assign translators for each language. Let's say we have some platform only languages present in Translation Workbench. We can also manage translated values for any Salesforce supported languages. Translator can maintain translations directly from the workbench. We can import or export the data files with the help of Translation Workbench also, which are the files translated into Salesforce system, or you can export translation files or bulk translation imports. So let's say now we have some kind of consideration for Translation Workbench. Let's get started with the first point. When creating a custom report type for translation into multiple languages via Translation Workbench, what we can recommend is that you set your personal language to match your org default language. Whatever user login, you have to set your personal language. Let translator know which language they are responsible for translating. They have to enable their languages and assign those languages to the particular users. Notify all translators when you add new translated components to your org. For the best result, have your translator check their translation frequently and be sure to notify them when changes occur. Because certain times some changes occur after some time. So that's what we are discussing here. That's we have to make sure to notify our changes occurring or not while doing the translation. So last point is periodically review outdated translations by exporting your translation to generate a list of all translatable customization and the associated out-of-date states. Use the outdated and untranslated export type or bilingual export type. This type of functionality I'll be showcasing you in the demo, that this functionality also exists. We can export, import the data files. So now here we go for some kind of live configuration here in Translation Workbench, that how we can translate. So I'll be taking a use case that we'll be having some kind of let's say custom fields, right? Whatever custom field I've created, an account, contact, lead, opportunity, or any custom object. So that field I want to translate in any of the language. Let's say I want to translate that field in Hindi. So I'll be adding that translation, and after that we'll be doing some kind of configuration stuff, assigning that language to the user, enabling the language of that particular user. So like that we'll be doing. So now what I'll be doing, I'm jumping on my Salesforce org. Now here we go. So this is my Salesforce org. For enabling Translation Workbench, what we have to do, we have to go to first in the quick find, we have to type language setting. This is the language setting. In the company information, company setting. So these are my some kind of languages. Let's say two checkbox are there. End user languages that help to support that setup are not translated in end user languages. These are the enabled end user languages, and these are some of the platform only languages which I am also discussing previously. So let's say I'll be enabling all those. So what I have to do, these are these languages. I have to add some of the platform languages to this. Let's say Hindi I'll be adding. Let's say Tamil I'll be adding here, right? Hindi and Tamil I will be adding, and I'll removing these languages, Spanish, German, Swedish, Korean. I am removing these. I am adding only 2 languages there. So hitting on the save button there. So my language setting is set up now. What I'll be doing for translation, these are the translation language setting. Again, in translation workbench, I have to enable that. If you like to proceed with using the workbench, click enable, or if you don't, you can also off the translation workbench and use the translation setting. So these are the important key points here. So when I hit on the enable button there, my translation setting is enabled in my Salesforce org. Now what can I do? I have to add the supported language for our users. So let's say what I have to add. I'll be adding supported language. So let's say for Shivam Kumar, I'll be adding English to this particular user, hitting on save button. This is again active. Adding one more language there, particular user. Let's say what I am doing here, this is English Indian. I'm searching for, it's Tamil again. I'll be adding, hitting on save button. But what I have to do, I have to add the user as well as for the same. Let's say editing Tamil. User will be Shivam Kumar here itself, hitting on save button. Again, I'll be adding one more language for this particular user, that is Hindi. For this particular user, Shivam Kumar, hitting on the save button. So I have added these translation workbench languages. So what I have to do now, I have to translate some kind of custom fields so that I can be able to view those translation. So let's say what I have to type in quick find, translate. So here I have added translate, hitting on translate there. So we have under user interface translation workbenches there. In that 4 options are there: export, import, translate and translation language setting. So I am hitting on the translate option there. Now what I have to do, there is 3 language which I have added. Let's say Hindi I am taking there. So these are the setup components. Setup components what we can use, this is the action, address country, address state, for epic sharing reason, app, button and link label, chatter extension, custom field, custom report type, data category group and feed filters. Whatever these options are present here, we can add the translations for these options. So I'll be adding for the, let's say, custom field. In account, I have created one custom field for active. What I can do there, what I have to translate in Hindi, right? So what I am doing here, double clicking on this field label, copy pasting this, let's say I'll be going to Google, active in Hindi translation. This is copying this word, going again, double clicking on this, pasting there, hitting on save button. So I have added the field label translation for the my custom field called active. So what I can do is that if I want to add in Tamil also, let's say same for the active field, what I can do, again googling active in Tamil, this is the Tamil translation here, again adding, hitting on save button. So I have added these translation for active. Again what I am doing, this is my user Shivam Kumar here, going on setting. Now what I am doing, going on the language and time zones. Now my language is English. Now I'm doing for Hindi, hitting on save button. My language is changed for this particular user from which I have logged in, that is the system admin Shivam Kumar. Going to the contacts object, accounts object, sorry. Opening one of the account there, going to details. So what I have did is, there is one, this is the active field which I have changed into Hindi. So this is the translation coming here for that particular user. So what I am doing, again cancelling it. Again I am going to the user, changing the language setting from there, from the personal information, hitting on the language and time zone. Now I'll be adding Tamil there. Save button. Again moving to the account object. Again opening one of the record. Going to details tab. Now moving to this active field. Now this translation come in Tamil. So that's how the procedure we can translate our custom fields, custom labels for different application. Let's say we'll be having certain use cases in our Salesforce that some of the customer want their app to be translated into 4 or 5 languages, because they have to give their applications to particular different regional users. So that's why they want some kind of translation. In those scenarios, how translation workbench came in handy. So there are many different use cases. This is just the overview of translation workbench, how translation workbench functionality is providing the powerful impact in Salesforce, because certainly we have created one of the application for our customer, for our different users, those for the different regional aspects for them. So yes, so guys, thank you very much. Have a great day. Be happy, be positive, stay safe. Please like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel, so I'll be getting more motivated and I'll be posting good content related to Salesforce from the scratch with all the amazing business scenarios. Thank you.